Archangel Michael says, "Don't tell anyone, this is only for you. Your photo is being sent to an investigator by someone's family for a reason that will leave you speechless. Open this message now before it's too late." Archangel Michael says, "Silence is your armor right now. You were not supposed to find out, but the heavens intervened to get this message to you in time. There's a photo of you being moved from one hand to another, and the person behind it has a last name you've heard before. This is not a mistake, and it's not just any picture. The photo in question was taken recently, without your permission, and it has now been sent to someone whose job is to expose secrets. But the real reason behind it has nothing to do with truth, it's revenge dressed as concern. The person who initiated this has convinced their family that you're a threat. They fabricated a story, twisting half-truths into a dangerous narrative. And now, that story is on its way to a person whose words can influence serious decisions. This investigator is not someone ordinary. They are connected to a circle where your name doesn't belong, yet it's now echoing there. The intention was to blindside you, but this message is heaven's interruption. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You must stay alert, because what's happening is not physical alone, it's spiritual warfare dressed in legal language. Someone close to the original sender tried to stop them but was silenced. That person may reach out to you soon, trembling and afraid. Your photo is being used as bait to provoke action. They want a reaction from you, one that could be misunderstood and twisted into evidence. But your silence and stillness will be your greatest defense. This act started from jealousy. You outgrew someone's expectation of you, and now they are trying to shrink your power using confusion and lies. But their weapon will backfire. They touch the wrong name. A woman with ties to 2 households is involved behind the scenes. She has watched you from afar, smiling in public while working in the dark. She was the one who found the picture and passed it along. Type Amen to get blessing 420 when your face is now etched into a file that was never meant to exist. It's being used in a story where you were never supposed to be a character. But heaven has just flipped the script. Someone in law or authority will look at the image and feel strange. Not fear, but unease, because your energy can't be boxed in. That feeling will slow the process and give you room to breathe. The person orchestrating this move wears 2 faces, one of kindness and one of bitterness. They are skilled in manipulating family members into thinking they are protecting them. But they are only protecting their pride. Here's a young voice in the household that knows the truth. This child or teenager saw something they weren't supposed to, and they've remained silent. But the silence is weighing heavy, and they may speak soon. Type Amen to get blessing 503. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the image they are sending has a timestamp on it. That timestamp will be the very thing that proves your innocence. You must not fear the exposure. It will reveal something they did plan on. You were captured while doing something ordinary, walking, waiting, standing, unaware. But the moment holds more meaning than you know. A divine presence was with you in that photo. They wanted to make you look guilty of something they cannot name directly. That's because the real threat isn't what you've done, it's who you've become. You carry light they can't stand. You must protect your peace over the next few days. A conversation is coming that will try to shake your foundation. Do not let it pull you out of alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 617. A man with gray around his temples is the one holding the document now. He's respected in a circle of lower family judgment. He hasn't made a decision yet, but he's leaning in your favor without realizing why. Your name, attached to the photo, stirred confusion in someone's heart. They remember something you did long ago, a kindness they never repaid. That memory is fighting the narrative being built. The one who started this has done it before, to others. But those situations never reach your level of protection. This time, they've triggered a different kind of resistance. A sibling or cousin of theirs tried to question the plan. They asked, "Are you sure?" but were shut down. Now that cousin is watching everything unfold in guilt. Type Amen to get blessing 700. There's a brown folder with your name marked in blue ink. Inside it are printed versions of social posts, images, and claims. But there's one detail missing that will disprove the whole setup. This investigator hath been watching patterns. Yours doesn't match the others they usually deal with. They sense something unusual around your case, and they are not wrong. You're being protected in silence by someone unexpected. This person used to be neutral, but your name was mentioned in their dreams twice. After that, their heart changed. A delay will come into the process not because of the accuser, but because the system will slow itself for your sake. That delay is heaven buying you time. Type Amen to get blessing 812. You'll hear a noise or get a message at an unusual time. Don't ignore it. It's your moment to stay grounded. Your energy must remain calm, even when confusion swirls. Someone may approach you soon with questions that feel loaded. Answer wisely. They are carrying information but pretending not to. The woman who started this was once rejected in a way she never healed from. Her pain turned into obsession, and you became the target. But her healing is not your responsibility. A white envelope will surface. It may come through someone else or be left in an unusual place. It will contain words meant to sway the narrative, but your truth will overpower it. Type Amen to get blessing 921. A family gathering recently sparked tension, and your name came up unexpectedly. There was a hush in the room when it did. That silence carrying weight. It meant some knew the truth but stayed quiet. A number connected to your birthday will appear in this case somehow. It's not random. That number will shift attention away from you and onto something hidden. You must keep your routine. Do not let anxiety change your path. Your steadiness is what will confuse them the most. There's a woman with a red piece of clothing who will soon talk about you with concern. Her words will carry more weight than expected. She may become your silent defender. Type Amen to get blessing 1002. The man who received your photo paused before opening the file. Something about your face carried a vibration that disturbed the plan. He could not explain it, but your image carries protection that burns through deception. There is a mark over your head that only the spiritual can see. That mark is why this attack will not break you. You were covered long before this plan was formed. Someone who once pretended to be your friend is secretly involved in this situation. They acted as a bridge between the one sending the photo and the investigator receiving it. Their phone holds messages that could unravel everything. You will feel heaviness in your chest around a certain hour of the day. That's not fear, it's a spiritual pressure being placed on your atmosphere by what's moving behind the veil. Stay still and breathe through it. Type Amen to get blessing 1107. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. A pair of eyes is watching your social presence. They're looking for something to use, but all they're seeing is strength. That's causing frustration behind the scenes. The person who began this story told someone, "I'm doing it to protect them." But that's not the truth. They are doing it to reclaim control they lost. There will be a message sent to your phone, maybe short, maybe out of character. Don't reply immediately. The one who sends it is trying to check your emotional temperature. A screenshot of your words is circulating quietly. But what they don't know is that another screenshot exists, one that clears your name completely. It will surface at the exact right moment. Type Amen to get blessing 1200. Archangel Michael says, your photo passed through 3 sets of hands before it reached the investigator. Each person added their opinion, but none of them knew the truth. Heaven did. That's why you're reading this now. A person close to the sender is starting to question everything. They've noticed contradictions in their story. Soon, they will distance themselves completely and their silence will speak volumes. You may feel the urge to withdraw socially. Follow that. You're not hiding, you're protecting your atmosphere. There's a difference. Someone who once judged you harshly is watching this unfold and feeling convicted. They're realizing they didn't know you at all. That realization will push them toward an apology. Type Amen to get blessing 1303. Your image was chosen intentionally because it speaks power without saying a word. They thought the photo would be used to harm, but it's becoming the proof of your protection. Every pixel is charged with divine truth. The investigator will notice something odd in the file name of the photo. It will raise questions, forcing them to look deeper. That curiosity will work in your favor. A woman with light-colored hair will mention your name out loud in a room full of people. She won't know why, but it will shift the energy of everyone listening. That ripple will reach farther than you think. The detail about your clothing in the image will become a talking point. They will try to interpret it as something negative, but that attempt will fail. It will actually expose their bias. Type Amen to get blessing 1411. The spiritual realm is placing a mirror in front of the ones behind this. They are now facing parts of themselves they wanted to hide. The discomfort is growing daily. You'll feel like something is pressing on your back while you sleep. That's not fear, it's your spirit being shielded from attacks sent through dreams. You are being watched by forces greater than you know. The person who smiled in your face recently has whispered your name twice this week in gossip and fear. They are playing both sides, hoping to benefit from whichever outcome rises. It won't last long. An accidental leak of information will occur soon. Someone will forward or send a message to the wrong person. That error will shift the entire timeline in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 1500. There is a man who once denied you in public, who will soon defend you in private. He may not admit his change of heart, but his actions will reveal it. His shift is coming. You were never supposed to see the original image file. But someone will describe it soon, and when they do, you'll realize heaven let that detail reach you for a reason. A stranger will compliment you on something ordinary, like your voice, eyes, or presence. Don't dismiss it. They are carrying words sent from the divine to remind you of your light. The family of the one who started this is beginning to feel uneasy. Not all of them agree with the method. A crack is forming in their unity. Type Amen to get blessing 1644. A photo that was meant to damage your name is now being used to open a new door. One person who saw it couldn't shake a vision they received right after. That vision led them to pause the entire process. A person who took the photo didn't know it would come to this. They were manipulated. And now they are afraid their name will be revealed when this truth explodes. There will be a call made in your defense by someone you would never expect. That voice will carry weight. It will interrupt the narrative before it reaches a dangerous point. The woman who is fueling this behind the scenes has been warned in her dreams, but she's ignored the signs. She doesn't realize she's digging a hole she will fall into. Type Amen to get blessing 1702. Someone in the realm of power will feel uneasy after seeing your name. They'll feel like they've seen you before, and they'll be right. Your energy marked them in a past moment of truth. The timing of the photo's delivery was planned, but heaven disrupted it. The file was delayed, eroded, and almost deleted. That was no accident. You may see shadows or flashes of light in the corner of your eyes. Don't be afraid. That's confirmation that your angels are actively working around you. The next time you hear sudden silence around you, know that something important just shifted in your favor. That silence isn't emptiness, it's alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 1800. Your reflection has been used as a tool of fear for someone who doesn't understand your strength. They're trying to weaken your influence before it rises. But they are too late. This investigator is facing internal conflict. They're realizing the energy of this case doesn't feel like the others. That discomfort will lead to a pause in judgment. Here's a hidden video being spoken about. They think it proves something, but they're wrong. That video will actually disprove the narrative being built. You will soon cross paths with someone who holds a piece of your name and their story. When you meet them, you will feel a spark in your chest. That's not coincidence, it's confirmation. Type amen to get blessing 1900. Someone's about to crack under pressure. They can no longer carry the weight of the lie. They may not admit it to you directly, but their actions will begin to shift. You are being instructed to speak less and observe more right now. Not everything needs your reaction. Your silence is creating space for truth to rise. The file that contains your name will be touched by one more person, someone of higher authority. They will question everything they read. That's where the divine twist begins. What they meant for damage is turning into your platform. You will rise from this, not wounded but awakened. The photo they use will one day become the proof of your protection. Type amen to get blessing 2000. There's a woman who once doubted you, but she's beginning to see the truth now. Her dreams have been disturbed lately by symbols she cannot explain. One of those symbols contains your face, surrounded by light she doesn't understand. The person who took your photo tried to alter it before sending it. They edited the background, hoping it would change the story. But their digital manipulation will be discovered. It always leaves fingerprints. Someone who works in silence is already aware of your innocence. They haven't spoken yet because timing is everything. But once they do, their voice will dismantle every lie with one statement. Here's tension building in the household of the sender. Family members are growing uneasy. The closer this gets to exposure, the more fear settles in their walls. Type amen to get blessing 2111. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. A shadow passed through your home recently, not a haunting, but a warning. The energy was trying to send fear into your space, but it failed. Your spiritual covering is too strong. You'll soon receive an anonymous message. Don't respond with fear, read it carefully, then release it. It was sent only to shake your spirit, not to bring truth. There is one old photo of you still hidden in someone's drawer. That photo is sacred. It holds energy from a moment where you almost broke, but instead, you rose. The person reviewing your image will experience a strange moment of déjà vu. It will stop them from proceeding immediately. That pause is being orchestrated from above. Type amen to get blessing 2222. An elder in your bloodline prayed for moments like this to come with protection. Their words are wrapping around you even now. What they asked for decades ago is still holding strong in your defense. Someone from a nearby city has heard your name whispered twice already this week. The repetition isn't coincidence, it's alignment. That person is being pulled toward your energy. A hand that once tried to harm you will soon lift in surrender. They will no longer have the strength to continue their plan. Their pride will crack before their mask falls. You'll notice signs repeating in threes. 3 knocks, 3 lights, 3 messages. These are the divine signals letting you know you are not walking this alone. Type amen to get blessing 2344. Archangel Michael says, there is a divine file being written in heaven right now with your name. That file holds the original truth of who you are. Not what others try to label you, but the pure, radiant version of your destiny. Someone will be forced to recant a statement they made about you. Not because they want to, but because their lie is about to be caught in the light. There's no hiding when truth shows up. You'll be tempted to speak out or explain everything, but resist. The more silent you are now, the more powerful your revelation will be when it arrives. Speak when the light breaks, not before. A hallway you walk through often will suddenly feel different. That's because your energy has shifted. The space is recognizing who you've become. Type amen to get blessing 2407. A person you used to trust is feeling heat on their skin when your name is mentioned. That's guilt manifesting. Your body is reacting to the lies they helped push. The photo that was used to try and bring you down will one day be looked back on with honor. Not because of what it captured, but because of what it survived. You are still standing. There's a child who will speak something unusual to you soon. Listen. They are more in tune with truth than the adults around them. Your name is now sealed in divine protection. No human mouth, No printed paper, no false voice can undo what heaven has already covered. Type Amen to get blessing 2500. A courthouse or legal space will come up in conversation. Don't panic. That conversation is not about punishment, it's about reversal. A verdict in spirit is being flipped. Someone will be removed from their position because of the role they played against you. You will not need to move a finger. Justice is moving on its own now. An old message, buried in your phone or inbox, will resurface. When you read it, everything will make sense. That message will show you where the attack truly began. You've become too powerful for the enemy to handle quietly. That's why they've gone to such lengths to try to stain your image. But the very stain they intended will become your crown. Type Amen to get blessing 2633. There's a lawyer or advisor who will read your case or hear about your name. They will feel a strong pull to defend you. They've never met you, but the spirit inside them recognizes yours. Your ancestors are not just watching, they are walking beside you now. They've waited for this shift in generations. You are the one they prepared the path for. The person trying to hurt you will soon be exposed for something they thought no one knew. Your hidden files will come to light. Their darkness will cancel their credibility. You will soon see your own face reflected in an unexpected place: mirror, photo, screen, and you will feel something divine rise in your spirit. That's not vanity. That's awareness. Type Amen to get blessing 2700. The next time it rains, watch the way the drops hit your window. That sound is confirmation. Heaven is cleansing the air around your name. Someone will whisper your name softly during a moment of chaos. Their whisper will redirect energy meant to harm you. Your name is being used as a protection spell by angels. A location you once avoided will call you back. You'll feel peace this time. That's because the energy there has been shifted in your favor. There will be 3 people who distance themselves from you quietly soon. Let them. Their departure makes room for truth to enter. Type Amen to get blessing 2808. Your silence is confusing the accuser. They expected you to panic, to reach out, to beg. But your calm is sending a message they can't decode. Soon, a decision will be made in your absence, but it will be in your favor. You won't even have to speak for it. The decision will be based on truth that speaks louder than voices. The false narrative being built around your image will collapse in one moment. It won't be gradual. It will shatter all at once, in front of every person involved. They will have to look you in the eyes when it's over. And they won't have the words. Because guilt never stands tall next to grace. Type Amen to get blessing 2941. There is a celebration coming soon, but it won't be loud. It will be spiritual. Quiet peace, elevation, and a door open that no one can close. The photo they sent was meant to limit you, but it's becoming the very reason you are being seen by the right person. What was intended for damage is turning into discovery. Your voice will carry weight in a place where others tried to erase you. Your presence will feel like thunder wrapped in light, and no one will be able to silence it. You've passed through fire and never smelled like smoke. Now, you're walking into the room as the one who was never supposed to make it. And yet you did. Type Amen to get blessing 3000. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks.